Yo, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? I would like to thank you guys for tuning in to Only the Realist. I hope that you guys have all had a wonderful day out there, and be mindful that this reading will not resonate with every single one of you. There are millions of energies on planet Earth. This is going to be a you versus your person reading, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, and our first energies are the Six of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. This is good. This is good. Getting a sense of clarity when it comes to the next stages of this connection here. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, going through that new door I see, which is always a good thing. You know, a lot of stress was involved here, right? Uh, and we have the Page of Swords. Okay, and the Ace of Wands, the ultimate wish fulfillment of manifestation. Um, there was a pause in communication here, okay, with this person. Um, but it seems like you're in this energy of wanting things to speed up when it comes to having communication from this person. But this is still really good because um, you know, whatever you guys were, you know, in this emotional stress about, it kind of just, the the energy of just, um, you know, it just died down, right? And not like a, a bad thing, but um, tempers were flaring, right? Yeah, with the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, yeah, there's the sense of wanting to nurture this connection, right? Realization, um, and I'm pretty sure anyone who's ever, you know, loved someone, right, um, knows that realization kicks in after a while. You know, understanding that maybe things weren't that serious to either get mad about or to stress about or argue about. Queen of Swords with the Knight of Wands. There's a sense of wanting to get out of this energy of being um, nonchalant, right? It was a. It felt like you went through a lot, right? Emotions can drain you um, very quickly, and it could make you feel like you worked like physically, right? Okay, we have the Five of Cups. Bam. Yeah, there was like this sense of like lack of love, but with the sun here at the bottom of the deck, there's this, you know, like I said, realization, it's not that serious, hurt but not affected. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups with the High Priestess. Yeah, with the High Priestess. But, you know, um, the Ace of Cups, the ultimate fulfillment of emotional stability, there's this, you know, this rejuvenation, right? And this has led you into this, I call this our God energy, um, where we go deep within ourselves to find answers, to make changes, to, you know, um, seek out a strategy or something. You know what I mean? Um, but in good faith, right? Um, it shows that you're, you know, grateful for this experience. And there's a lot of, hold on. And there's a lot of emotions in um, involved with this person here whom you are connected with. Okay, and we have the Tower with the Ten of Swords. Can't beat that. So this Tower is gonna shake some stuff up for you. Okay, may feel a little awkward or unknown or weird, to be honest. But this is going to help guide you into the right direction, right? With endings come new beginnings. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, like I said, there was a lot of emotional stress and drainage when it comes to your energy here. Um, but there's this realization like, were my words or actions that serious, or were their words or actions that serious, to, kind of put you back in that state of mind of like, you know, this is what I can learn within this, right? Or this is what I have learned within this. And usually when we have realizations, it allows us to see things that we didn't see before, or it allows us to, you know, open up and accept um, certain possibilities of the unknown, just for the sakes of it, right? Okay, and we have the Nine of Cups with the Moon. Okay, there's some things that you're not going to be able to see yet, but these things will be exposed to you. Okay, and this is in regard of your person, right? There's this gathering of wanting answers, right? You want to feel um, comfortable or secure, or, and this is a um, spiritual and emotional kind of um, energy that's coming through. You still have your emotions on guard, but there's this change that's going to help you relieve that. Let's check out your person here. Your person starts off here with a really good, um, positive attitude, and there's so much love, that this person has, towards you, in a very much of a priority type of way, right? Of responsibility to allow themselves to come forth and, do what they need to do, not only as a person but just as someone who is that way, right? It's very difficult to find people who accept the challenges of the faults of their inner selves, right? And to create those changes to better themselves, right? Um, Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. With the Knight of Wands. It's difficult for them. They're juggling you, okay? And this could be a juggle of the emotions, which I strongly feel, um, you know, but, you know, what I can see is that it's the emotions, you know. For others, it could be someone else, you know. I'm strongly getting the emotions, okay? And we have Justice with the Three of Wands. Well, if they didn't choose right, they didn't choose right. They chose right. This is good. There's a lot of light that this person has been exposed to, right? Um, and this could be downloads or someone giving them information, positive information, right? Or them just, sitting with themselves and like really navigating through things to enlighten themselves. Okay, Five of Pentacles with bam. There we go. So this person, this person has abandonment, um, uh, or had abandonment experiences, and they felt the need to um, go back into that place, right? And see with the Hierophant here, your person has learned a valuable lesson, right? Which is why you have been away, right? You and this connection, you guys have been distant with each other. Like I said, there was some type of argument or disagreement or 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 something that made this person feel like their past experience of being abandoned emotionally, right? Um, but there's this realization that this person had about this, and it's a lesson that the universe, God, spirit, whatever you believe in, um, it, it it gave them this experience to give them this, you know, in how I see it, it's a reward of self understanding, right? You're realizing something that you understand that affected a connection, right? Um, Unknowingly, right? And it in that moment it takes that person, right, to a realm of unfamiliarity, and it shows them a line of things that can create positive, healthy, um, you know, gears within this connection, right? We're not always going to be harmed by others. The lessons that we learn are valuable for us to learn. Within that moment, yeah, we're stressed, but maybe a week down the line, we'll start to receive downloads and clarity on things that we need to work on within ourselves. Yeah, not only was it at the bottom of the deck, it's now here in the reading. And this was tough for them. even though it on the other side it may just seem like it's just someone going through something, and it is, right? But not in the sense of like looking at it without having an understanding of where some people's emotions go sometimes, or where, events trigger people's, or experiences trigger people's um, uh, past experiences, right? Um, but these are good, right? It depends on how you take it. If 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 you're not willingly wanting to fix the reason why it's there, then of course it will be there. Um, but when you are granted those downloads that allow you to go into yourself and say, hey, this part of myself is over, you know? And we have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, which is good. Both of you guys are going through this new door, but still connected, right? Which is good because, not everyone gets that chance to stay connected, right? Not everyone's ready to work on the challenges within themselves. Not everyone's willing to know that there are challenges that they need to process within themselves. And also, there are others that don't care that those things are there and that they have to work on them. But yeah, this was a struggle for them, um, to work through and, you know, study themselves. It truly is a positive thing that a person can have. Um, so, you know, if there is still some anger in your bones, try to kind of chill it out, right? Because it's it's learning season, right? We have the Fool, and I have a saying for the Fool, which is only fools create opportunities. Okay, and we have the Six of Cups. Yeah, they want to feel the this shelteredness from you again, right? The the comfort of of life in that experience when you're in it, right? And that is so much more than um, wanting to create changes within yourself so that you know that you're working towards something that is being built. It's like when you have, let's say, you have a construction job, right? And you go there with regular tennis shoes on and no hard helmet for safety and no vest on for safety. It's like until that person knows that they have to change into that attire, right? You know, they have to go through the experience of someone telling them that, or them experiencing in another way some other people have experienced in their lives. The tough way of learning. You know, it's always learning. Nine of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. All right. Yeah, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is good. Ultimate wish fulfillment of, opportunities. Um, so they want to take this leap here with the Fool. You know, um, they want to take that leap of faith because they are not feeling very well. Okay, so a lot of times it seems like people are very happy when they are disconnected from the person that they enjoy, right? Um, yeah, and this is what they're going through, right? Maybe you thought that they were okay, that they were feeling just fine, but behind the curtain, they were not good at all. Like, them not communicating with you and not having that energy or, like, you know the feeling of you being there, it completely turned off, like, how they operate, um, mentally and emotionally, right? So there's going to be this opportunity that comes in, you know where they finally show their face. Guards up. They want to lower their guards, and we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. They have their guards up. You have your guards up. But you only have your guards up emotionally. It's kind of like this stubborn kind of like, you made me upset, kind of like attitude, right? But then they're just like, their guards are up, like, you know, like, they don't want to communicate. Like, this is how they are when they are fleeing away from either something difficult they're talking about with their person, or, this is just how they are. Um, and this is because they don't want to feel left out in the cold, right? But yeah, they have their guards up, and they do want to lower this down, and with this here, they want to take this leap of faith to, you know, they're trying to find this emotional clarity, right? And, you know, we've all been through it, right? We're looking for the answers, and then we find it, and we're relaxed, right? Um, so right now they're looking for the answer, and the answer is what they're being pushed into, right? Like, you're being, like, nudged into this. Like, the universe is like, hey, like, get out of this. You know what I mean? Like, what you're in right now in your mind, right? Because this is more of a mind thing for them. Emotionally, they have it all in for you, but mentally, and it has nothing to do with you, right? Um, but check out your mutual energies. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady does win the race, guys. Okay, and we have the Ten of Wands, and this is one of your mutual energies right here, where you both feel like there may be a lot to carry, but you're wanting to create the effort of moving things slowly but surely forward. Um, and your other mutual energies, we have the King of Cups, okay, and we also have the Queen of Cups, which is really cool, um, because there's a lot of um, back and forth work of the emotions, right? So you're like, even though you want to come in and communicate, you're like, I want to, I want to go in, but I'm just going to kind of sit back, right? This is that like emotional, back and forth of like, there's so much like emotions in there, but it's like, I got to sit back, right? And then they're like, well, there's also a lot of emotions going on in there. And both of these emotions are very positive, right? But they're just like, I have these things that are going on in my mind. Um, and again, from past experiences, being abandoned and left out in the cold from people that you trust and love, it damages a person. It truly does. Um, but it is something that can be with time and effort worked through. It definitely can. Okay. Um, and this is your overall energy and what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. Yeah. Two of Cups with the Seven of Swords. Yeah. Keeping things to yourself, but knowing how to work towards this, right? Again, you're in this place where you're just like, I want to go forward, but there's it's like there's really nothing you can do right now. Okay, a lot of you guys may be blocked or or um, certain things that may have been keeping you guys from communicating with each other. Um, all right, let's check out their overall energy and what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, yeah, there we go. And they're searching for that balance that we've been speaking about this entire time here. Okay, Four of Swords. They are ready to lay things to rest. Okay, yeah, search for that balance, laying things to rest. We don't need to go back into that space of past experiences, right? Although it may come up in times in our lives, but to work on those, even when they do constantly come. Um, that is, you're teaching yourself. Anyways, guys, this honestly was like a really beautiful reading here. There was a lot that came out of here, okay? And for those of you who may still be a little bit upset at your person, there's truly a lot going on when it comes to you know uh, their their mental, right? Their emotions, and this, their emotions are on point. You know, they show you that they have emotions for you, but when it's disagreement or a conversation that may be a little bit on the non-positive side for a moment, there's this fleeting energy of, I can't take this, I gotta go. You know, quiet silence is usually what, a person is looking for in that moment. Like, right? Like, how can I get rid of these thoughts or these flashbacks, right? Some people even have flashbacks of their experiences, and it's a anyways, guys, that's all that I have for you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. I would really like to hear what you guys have to say. And if you guys have been with the gang, I love you guys so much. Monistique, and I'll catch you guys next time.